All right, so we got the Suns versus the Hawks, man. And honestly, I think nobody in Suns Nation, nobody in the Valley, like nobody thought we was gonna win the game tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like for whatever strange reason, we number one, we can't beat the Hawks in February, Black History Month, and we can't beat them or the Grizzlies in Black History Month for whatever strange reason. So I already knew that was an L. And then on top of that, Devin Booker not playing. He probably playing tomorrow. And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying? It just feel like just I'm gonna give you, I guess, my part two, a little bit of how I'm feeling. I'll dive into the game a little bit too. But just my part two is just how I'm feeling now that I have like some more hours or I'm like fully awake to kind of process this or whatever. And honestly, dog, it just feel like a death in the family. Like that's really honestly what it feel like. And I feel like even though I was on the boat with like trading McHale and whatever the case may be, and I'm kind of cool with that. And I wanted to keep Cam more than anything because I feel like Cam got a higher ceiling than McHale. And I'm not saying I love both of them as people, and them being traded kind of showed me like okay, like how much of the heart, like you know what I'm saying, McHale was to this team, and just how much of the glue guy he was in the locker room, whatever the case may be. But you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. We trying to get championships at the end of the day. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it was just it's crazy, but it's like how I genuinely feel. It feels like getting into a relationship like immediately after a breakup. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yeah, like you kind of hurt, your feelings is hurt, but it's just like you happy because it's like you in a new relationship is new, whatever. So it's like a weird space. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so it's just like I'm glad that they together in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? It could have been worse. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm glad that they together in Brooklyn. But yeah, man, like it's a lot to take in. And then we lost Dario today, even though I feel like Dario maybe could have helped tonight because you know what I'm saying, just a rebounding aspect. And I just knew we wasn't gonna win this game if you know what I'm saying, DeAndre Ayton got one rebound and it was like the third quarter. And I was just like, oh hell no. But yeah, so we ended up getting Darius Baisley. But now with the KD stuff done or whatever, kind of put behind us a little bit. Like, so what we need to focus on is this buyout market and some players to get. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like tonight we need some help on board. So I would say we should probably go target Serge Ibaka. They said we targeting Reggie Jackson. I feel like that would help the offense off the bench. And I feel like we just definitely got to get this bench right. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we need a Walmart version of Mikal Bridges, even though I feel like Josh Okogie did his, you know what I'm saying, best Mikal Bridges impersonation tonight just with the defense and just, you know what I'm saying, actually getting after it. But I feel like he don't got what Mikal got in the sense of like Mikal to play all game, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like you can kind of feel when Josh Okogie got gassed out there regarding Trey Young or whatever the case may be, and then Torrey Craig, like just couldn't do nothing with him tonight. And so yeah, I feel like Josh Okogie tried his best to try to keep us in the game, try to get us back in it, but he gassed out, and then on top of that, he didn't really get no help from nobody else. CP3 wasn't looking at the rim like that. DeAndre Ayton did what he did, and one thing I will say, I don't think it's the reason why we lost, but I feel like the refereeing on both sides of the ball was just terrible tonight. Like Trey Young got away with a travel. Da was getting pushed all night. Like it was just a lot of late ass calls. It was weird. It was a terribly officiated game from both sides of the ball for the Hawks and for the, you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't say like it was good enough for either one, but also I feel like another thing too, the reason why we lost tonight, like it's up to kind of Monty or some of the leaders of this team to kind of get the locker room together, get the guys together, and kind of like, but I understand it. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? This was like a blow. Like I said, it felt like a death in the family. And you seen how Mikal said he went on the interview and said how it happened, how Damian Lee called him and was just upset. So you could tell that a lot of people was just upset of how it went down, and just the overall. But like I said, I feel like it's for the better in the grand scheme of things because at the end of the day, we're trying to get a championship, man. And I wish them the best. I mean, hopefully, maybe one day we could come back together again. But I don't know. Maybe Cam Johnson more than Mikal because they got to kind of match his offer. They got to offer him something. But um, yeah, man. So it's just today just felt like a death in the family, and it was just like we just trying to move forward while dealing with this death at the same time. But yeah, tonight I feel like what we should have did is we should have forced the Hawks to shoot more threes. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we should have been on some like let's make them live and die by the three. I feel like the only person that was really out there knocking threes down was Trey Young, and I feel like well he can't shoot all of them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, but on top of that, like when you shoot threes, it's typically long rebounds, so it's like you got to rebound the ball. So I feel like we definitely should have packed the paint. We shouldn't have let Trey Young get to the paint so easily, and we should have just been like, you know what, let's force him to shoot threes and try to live and die with that, and try to play it that way until we can figure out what we do on offense and on defense. Because I feel like it was just like, all right, we played defense for one half, and then we couldn't play offense, and we played offense one half, and then we couldn't play defense. So it was just, yeah, it was just all over the place, man. Hopefully tomorrow's better. Hopefully Book can kind of bring like a little, just a consistency amongst the team or whatever the case may be. But yeah, man, it is what it is. It's the Hawks. It was kind of a must win game just for standings, I guess. Like I don't know if we dropped down or if we stayed in the same spot or whatever the case may be, but yeah, like I'm saying, the wins right now is just everything is a little bit heavier. Everything, every loss and stuff like that weigh a little bit more now. And just to break down, like I said, some of the game is just like DeAndre Ayton, like 2 rebounds is unexcusable. I don't know what Jocelyn Dale was just out there doing tonight. Like he had maybe a solid, like he had like maybe a solid 5 minutes out there where I was like, okay, like Jack, I see what you're trying to do, but it was just like I don't know. And then Damian Lee didn't show up, so it was just like I said, everybody was just out of whack today. It was just one of those days. But at the end of the day, you got to take your cap off to the Hawks. DeJounte Murray was out there doing his thing, balling, you know what I'm saying, playing defense, getting deflections. Trey Young finished with 33. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I feel like this is definitely a winnable game because you know what I'm saying. It just was. I feel like a lot of they first half players or like they starters kind of went away in that second half, and I feel like we could have pounced on it because you didn't really get much from their bench. So, but we don't have a bench either, so that's asking for a lot. So, like I said, but my final thing on the KD situation is just like, yeah, man, I'm glad he here. I can't wait till he, you know what I'm saying, actually suit up so I can feel that he's real, feel like it's real. Hopefully James Jones can make some moves, get some pieces, or I don't know what he can do at this point because the trade deadline is over with. But I definitely wish that he could have made some moves or whatever the case may be to try to deepen up this bench. But you got to deal with the cards that you got. Hopefully this summer we can load up and get some players for the bench or whatever. But you just got to pay attention to the buyout market now, man, and just fill it up. But like I said, man, until next time, peace.